Welcome to the Clips channel, where we're not hitting Call of Duty clips, we're hitting clips in real life. Am I right? Am I right? Welcome to the channel. I haven't uploaded in months, maybe years. I've been working a lot on my next main channel video, specifically about Homestuck, which made me think about the exact topic of critique videos and review videos, and specifically why I don't make those videos. I wanted to talk about this because I assume that people are going to think I'm going to make a video about Homestuck, making fun of it, which is not the video at all. And I hope that when the video comes out, it's getting pretty close. The script is pretty good, but who knows? Maybe I don't even release it because I finished the script and it turns out I fucking hate it. I wanted to talk about why I don't make reviews and critique videos because I thought it was an interesting topic. Since I think a lot of people see me as a guy who sits there and makes fun of everything. And absolutely shits on everything and is like never satisfied as a human being. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about that. And just kind of where my headspace is and why I'm like this. You would think that naturally I would make a lot of critique videos because I'm kind of a critical person, which kind of stems from the fact that I have a really critical dad. Not to throw him under the bus, but it's quite the opposite, actually. I have a very critical dad, but that's something that I really appreciate in my life because it made me learn to be able to look at things and, learn how to pick them apart and be like, what's this thing that I like? Why do I like it? And then, sit there and turn over it. Or if something I don't like it, I feel like I have a decent way to, express myself or understand things, right? It gave me a really good sense of, critical eye and that ability to pull myself back, critical thinking, and pull myself back and be like, what about these things can be done better, right? And just have this idea of being able to improve on things and just keep building on top and just continue to enjoy the process of making something improved, make it better. I'm a little tinkerer. You would think I'd be on Linux with how much I love to tinker, but unfortunately, I can't do Linux. Can't do it. It's all of the audio. Unfortunately, I'd be up there with PewDiePie on Linux Mint, Archland, Hyperland Arch, if I could. But until my audio stuff works on Linux, it's not happening. Anyways, so I'm just a very, I like looking at things, taking it apart, complaining about things. It's in my blood. I love complaining. I love yapping and complaining about things. Well, it's so much fun. So you'd think geez, you'd be really good at just throwing up a video about you just going and shitting on something and get 8 gazillion views because people love watching videos where things are so negative. But I think that's kind of the point of why I don't make them, which is that the biggest thing is that I think that as I've grown up and realized, I've now noticed more and more that videos that are so negative about something are very unproductive videos that make nobody happy. So, for example, my friend group, the people like Klaba, they all know that I had written out a 10-page essay on why I didn't like My Hero at the peak of it, when All Might just beat the shit out of One for All. I had written a 10-page essay about why I didn't like it, and those 10 pages were were only up to the openings of My Hero. It was the openings and a little bit of the characters, which is to say that I really did not like My Hero every single step of the way. And what stopped me from uploading the video was the same reason why, I said, I don't upload these in general, which is that I realized that in releasing that video, what happens is either you have a target audience of people who watch the video and they despise My Hero. They don't like it. They hate it. They're watching a video to make their opinion feel more validated. And they're like, yes, I was right. And what they do is they take the video, misconstrued points, and or link the video without engaging with the argument or the discussion that's being provided. And then what happens is people watch, they pull out something that I didn't say or something like that. And then they're like, see, look, he said this thing, and here's an argument that's not mine, and I don't know anything about this argument. I just reciting someone else's because I don't like it, and so I'm using somebody else's way of speaking in order to do it. And it's just, it ends up being really annoying. You're like, this is an annoying video, and also this is an annoying argument because the people making the arguments don't actually know their own arguments. They're just reciting the arguments that they heard from someone else. So it makes the crowd of people who just hate things really annoying. The other crowd of people would be the people who like something, and they watch the video and they go, nah, this video is biased and stupid, and the author should get hit by a car, and their body should be found in a ditch at 37. And I go, wow, this person wants me dead. That's really cool. That's really fun. But it also means that there's no discussion there. I like something. I'm not going to watch a video shitting on it because, like, I like the thing. You're not going to change my opinion. I like the thing. All you've done now is you've enabled a bunch of people to ruin my enjoyment of something, which I know I make so many jokes about let people enjoy things, and I say, let me enjoy hating, which is true. You should just let me enjoy shitting on something. I'm not trying to take away your fun. I'm just having fun by making fun of things. I like making fun of everything. I don't know if you notice, I make fun of things that I like all the time. Somebody will say that my favorite anime or TV show is dog shit poo poo diapers, and I'll go, yes sir, my friend, it sucks dick. So, it's like the people, you make an annoying group of people who hate on something, and you make a group of people who like something more suffered by the annoying group, and also they're not going to watch the video, so it's a waste of time. They also mean that they hate that video, so now they personally hate you, because obviously everyone knows that if you have an opinion I disagree with, it means that you actually want 13,000 children to be locked up in a hospital and then burnt alive. So that means that you just lose anybody who would ever be interested in anything you say, and it just makes the video useless. And so the target audience is that middle ground of people who are like, meh, I'm bored, I don't know what to watch, and they have to form an opinion on something without actually experiencing it themselves. So again, you have that audience of people who just parrot an opinion, and it doesn't have an actual real discussion. So I found immediately that it's not fun. The other part of it is, again, people misconstrued your arguments. I've realized that the other part of it is that if I upload a video and people write an argument and they sit here and they say, no, you're wrong, I have to spend my entire life reading these comments of other people's opinions that get me mad, where I'm like, no, this is stupid. Whatever you're saying is dumb. Like, an example, I got so many comments on the Anime Real or Fake video. There's more coming, by the way. There are actually 2 already made. I just am not satisfied with the fake titles in the videos, so I'm still having to come up with the fake titles. Those videos, like the first one, took 6 months to make. Those videos are rough to make. That's just why that channel just takes forever, is that it's a lot of passion videos. They're not, I don't try to lazy them out. But there's a lot of comments that are like, this was easy because I could read the Japanese, and I got all of them right. I read the Japanese and I know all the anime. And I'm like, wow, this is so crazy. You're not the target demographic of the video. Congrats. And I have to sit there every day and get like, congratulations. If you were sitting there reading the Japanese, I would have just hit end recording and been like, bye, I'll get somebody else. But I have to deal with that, where I'm like, I have to deal with these imaginary arguments that make me mad. And of course, you could just ignore it, right? You could just be like, la, 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 la. But like, let's be so real. That's so much easier said than done. We love reading the hate comments. We love reading them. We love making fake arguments in my head. I love to make up imaginary people in my head, argue with them for 800 years. It's too much fun. I'm not gonna stop. They're not gonna stop. Let's argue for 8,000 years. And I just see the future path in my life if I wrote like reviews and critiques of being like, wow, I live a miserable life where I'm constantly writing about things that I don't like, and I argue with people that make me mad, and I'm just going to be so miserable, instead of being what I do now, which is just shit on something as a joke, mostly like shit on something, and I'm just cracking jokes, and whatever I say, it's like, it doesn't really matter. So that was the other part. And then obviously the final part is that I care a lot about the attentions to details, especially if I'm making a video, and more specifically in argument and writing. I feel like when I'm talking off the top of my head, that like, it's not within writing, and so I could be more off the cuff and not have to really exacerbate and be so particular with my wording when I say something, because people are like, oh, it's a live environment. All right, why would I possibly know exactly the argument that I'm trying to say? I just came up with it off the top of my head. Give me an example of something. I don't know. You're talking about me in the middle of stream, dude. I'm playing Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm playing fucking Roblox. You want me to actually sit here and come up with like perfect examples as if I'm a genius? Yeah, I probably should. That would be the wiser thing. But it means that, like, I have to be so particular in my sentences, because I'm like, if it's in writing and I'm being intentional about every word I'm saying by making a critique video in writing, I feel like I have to get it right. I have to get it absolutely right, which means that my life would now consist of doing 8 gorillion times more research, 8,000 more examples, and having to stress over every single word that is written down, because this is a written thought. This is a written thought out, planned, edited attacks, compared to, like, I go on a rant about not liking chapter 2 in the middle of a fucking stream. It's off the top of my head. Name one specific example of the character being annoying. Geez, I don't know. I just found it fucking annoying. All right, I'd rather bash my head with a fucking frying pan than listen to Birdly talk about being a simp for fucking 3 hours straight. My bad. And so that's particularly the big 3 reasons as to why I don't like making those kinds of videos. I feel like it's unproductive. It creates these really weird arguments that are unproductive. You don't learn anything. It's just people hating each other. They hate me. They hate the people who watch the video. Or we enable some really annoying people who just don't know how to have discussion for themselves. The second one, obviously, this is a recap, is the conclusion at the bottom of an essay. The second reason being that, oh, my mouth is so dry, which is a great reason. The third reason being that I feel like I need to be so particular and exact with my words, which make it so that it's really hard to make them, because if I'm not fully right, I'm not fully right. And the fourth reason being, I'll just be really unhappy if I'm just talking about things that I'm really unhappy about. So, as an alternative, I want to make videos that are more like these, is the specific examples that I made this channel to talk about things I like, to be positive, because I feel like I would much rather bring attention to the things that I think do wonderful and make me really happy, and get people to be really happy about the things that I'm happy about. Like, I remember I got a Twitch comment, saying that they had just read Berserk off of my recommendation on a stream, and it's something that changed their life. And it's like, that's so great. Nothing feels better than somebody reading something that I like and it also changing their life, compared to somebody being like, hey, I listened to you shit on Deltarune. I'm not going to I'm not going to play Deltarune. That just is like, cool, congrats. I saved you 8 hours. But I don't feel as connected or as happy as when somebody also connects with a piece of media that I do it, and they were on my recommendation, and now their life is better. They're like, oh my god, Berserk's wonderful. Oh my god, Oyasumi Punpun. God bless my life. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Those feel a lot more fulfilling to hear from people than the alternative of somebody just not consuming something. That doesn't matter to me. The other thing about it is that, like, I feel like there's a way to do these discussions of, like, hey, I didn't like something, or there's ways to talk about things in a way that could be productive or interesting in a conversation, and twist it to something that's not just like, this thing was bad and I didn't like it, which is kind of the goal of the Homestuck video, assuming it is written. I think it's going to be way different than what people are thinking it's going to be, hopefully. My goal is to try and take Homestuck and my not just qualms, but like the things that are interesting about Homestuck, whether it be my qualms with it or not, and turning it into a more productive conversation that people can come out from the video, and instead of being like, wow, I hate Homestuck, that was stupid, and more come out from the video being like, wow, I learned a lot about something else, right? I learned a lot about, like, writing and something else, or like writing and like art in general, you know, and I've learned a lesson that I can take with me to then also produce wonderful things, or find other pieces of work that also give me that same meaning and enjoyment from elsewhere. So that's my goal with my written videos when I'm talking about media, because I think that's cool. That's really cool. If you can watch the videos and be like, wow, I'm so much smarter now, that's awesome. So that's my thoughts. That's why I don't make review and critique videos. And hopefully the Homestuck video comes out, but there is also that part chance that in writing it comes off too much like it doesn't come off the way that I want it to, and then we never see it because I just go, well, it was a waste of my time. But you'll still see videos that try to do that. I don't know. We'll find out. But so far, I personally am really enjoying it. And I hope that you guys enjoy that kind of content instead of what I would assume you guys are thinking is happening, which is I make a giant hit piece on it and I slander and drag it for some reason. Because, spoiler alert, I don't think you guys really know this. I think some people are exaggerating a little bit. I just don't like it. I don't hate it that much. Homestuck actually does a lot of cool things, and there's a reason why I was willing to do it and at all instead of just like dragging it. I just like dragging things on stream as a joke. I like being exaggerative on saying things are bad that doesn't really actually reflect what's going on in here. I'm a little blabber. I like doing that. So that's the video. Hope you enjoy it. We're back, baby. I'm gonna see if I can do these Sunday, like every Sunday. That's like supposed to be my like stream day off. So it's just fun. Let's just blab about stuff. But today is a Monday. Anyways, happy birthday, Mark, if you're watching this.